Here's my kitchen. It is another hot, sticky day out today, and of course I'm going to be canning. In today's project, peaches. I have 2 bushel of peaches that I need to can, and these are getting pretty soft. And some of them, they've got kind of some soft, mushy spots. So what I am going to do is I'm going to wash these really well, and I know normally I would blanch them and then slip the skin off before I jar them up, but because these are getting very soft and mushy, and sometimes if you blanch a peach, you can cut that piece off that's dark and mushy, but the peach will look a little shaggy. You only have it in the hot water for a minute when you're blanching, then you pull it out and put it in ice water. But these, I'm just going to wash them. I'm going to peel them because the skins come off really easy. I have a hot simple syrup. It's just a sugar water. I do like 4 cups of sugar to 1.5 to 2, or I mean 4 cups, sorry, 4 cups of water to 1.5 to 2 cups of sugar. If you want a heavier syrup, you can add more sugar. But these peaches are very sweet, and I just want to keep that light sweetness going, so I'm not using a very heavy simple syrup with them. And then I will jar them up. Now my jelly jars that I'm going to be canning in to make snack packs, I will water bath them for 10 minutes. And my quart jars, I will water bath them for 25 minutes. This is going to be a long, hot day, but join me. Okay, I've got a sink full of peaches. There's almost a half bushel in here. So I'm going to start canning up my little jelly jars and get that going. All right, my jars are hot. I just pulled them out of hot water to fill them with peaches. Now I'm going to take my simple syrup and just put over top of them. Just like that. And then I will add them to my hot canner. And these jars will process for 10 minutes. Now my quart jars, they will process for 25. If I were doing pint jars, they would process for 18 to 20 minutes in a hot water bath. If you're not sure about your canning times, you need to look up where you live, because the elevation, of course, that one I didn't get enough in. Okay, the elevation affects your canning time, so be sure to check wherever you live. But this is a fairly simple way. It would take longer if I were blanching them, because then you have to cool them down, and like I said, these were getting pretty rough, and I just want to quickly get them canned so they don't start looking, they'll bring out the darker spots more. And if the spot's really bad, I just cut it out of these peaches before I jar them up. But let's get this finished up here so I can get these in the canner. Got my paper towel with vinegar on it here. I'm just going to go around each of the mouth of the jar just to make sure there's no sticky syrup or peach residue that would prevent my lid from sticking. I've also got my flats in warm water, not in hot water. It's recommended that you not boil them anymore, but I do have them in warm water to sterilize them. My flats go in here. The water is pretty warm, so be careful you don't burn yourself. Shake off any excess water, and you will want to tighten these finger tight. My canner over there, it's warming up nicely. have my range now. I just think these jelly jars work for so many things. I like to can little pears and oranges and apples, things like that down in them, so we can have a fruit pack that's handy. Like I said, they fit perfectly in a lunchbox. My syrup is hot, so be careful doing that so you don't burn your hands. And you want to keep everything close to the same temperature, because if you put a cooler jar in a hot canner, it can burst on you, so we don't want to do that. Let me see, I might need to add a few more jars to this canner. Let me get these in there and see what I'm working with here real quick. It has been a very long day. I froze down 9 quart bags of peaches. I canned, oh, some of them are still popping because I just pulled my last canner off. I canned 12 of these little jelly jars for snack packs of peaches. And then I canned 31 quarts of peaches. So it's been a very long and hot day. Thank you for joining me, and happy canning.